How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
I don't know where to look.
That's okay.
But, yeah. Okay.
Wherever you want. So,
What's up?
we all have our everything's crossed for season 2.
Yes, we do too.
Is there anything that I guess you can't really share? Or is there some kind of anything you can tease about where you want to go with the story, or what you would love to have more time to dive into with the story?
We have a lot of ideas of what we want to do with season 2. We don't want to reveal any plot as of yet, but we will say that all of your favorite characters are in grave danger.
Okay.
So our fingers crossed that Syfy lets us play in the sandbox again.
Season 1 had a lot of jaw-dropping moments. When they got on you and you read the script, you were like, wow.
I mean, if you read the comic book, there's a lot of moments in the comic that are like that. And when we were adapting it, we were just trying to make sure that we grabbed all of those moments that were jaw droppers in the comic and make sure that they got folded into the TV show. And then we just tried to find more moments like that were either from people's lives or things that we'd heard about that happened for real, and put them into the show so that you have those moments to hang on to every episode.
And were there any moments that didn't make it in that you were sort of hoping would? Like the network was like, no, let's not do that.
Syfy never told us no. We're still trying to find where we can push them to. Yeah. We were like, when we were doing the Marcus shits his pants thing, they were kind of like, can you do a little bit less brown water? And we were like, no. And then they're like, just 10% less. And we were like, okay, we can compromise there. But they've been great partners for us, and they've been very supportive of the show, and they were fans of the comic book as I was when I first signed on to the project, and so they have kind of let us make the show as the comic is.
What was your process for adapting the acid trip scene and for a lot of the animation that happens?
Yeah. So the acid episode is very almost panel for panel the comic book. So Rick wrote that episode, and it was a process of working with the director of that episode, Adam Kane, as well as we had consultations with an animation house about how to do certain acid effects, and then working with Polyester, who developed that kind of crazy animated sequence in that episode. As far as the overall animation in the rest of the show, that was all done by Titmouse, and I think it started originally, as an idea that we weren't sure was going to work or not, to do all the animated backstories, and Titmouse just came in and knocked it out of the park.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going fine. How are you?
Is he boring you guys?
I am boring them. So they're going to spice up the interview, and I will take my leave.
No, stay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
make
So
sure
you
we
have-
say the right things.
Oh no.
I can't do that.
Please leave.
Did you have something to add? How'd you feel about the animation?
It was fun to watch.
What was the question?
Did you like your animated backstory?
I loved it.
What'd you love about it?
That it was so heartbreaking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Comics.
Yeah.
Exactly like the comics, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the luxuries that we had was Wes Craig designing the keyframes for the animation and making sure that we kind of landed the look of the comic book.
Backstory.
It was good timing.